Hello. Welcome to the stream, people. Thank you for being here. Let me get Cam on the call. Hey, Cam.
Hello.
What's up?
What is up?
Let's play some Dark Souls.
Let's do it.
This is gonna be a super good stream, I'm predicting, because there's a lot of reasons it's gonna be a super good stream. One of the reasons is that I am now connected to a television, so I am no longer having to deal with my MacBook from like 2015, struggling to keep up with this whole live streaming business. So I'm not going to be like falling off of easily balanceable ledges and things like that. Ah!
What happened? You didn't get
I just backstepped instead of hitting B, and which is important because we got a lot of balancing to do today. We're going up to Anne Orlando, which, as we said at the end of the stream last week, is one of the more notorious parts of the game. It is also Cam's favorite part of any video game ever, I believe.
No, it's up there, but
I thought you said it was.
It's like top five.
Top five.
Top five. Like,
okay.
Zones. Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely my favorite thing about this game. So my favorite thing about one of my favorite games.
Okay.
So it's up there. Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't necessarily have to get into all of it now since we're not actually looking at it together, but what's your general take on Anne Orlando? Like, why is it ranked so high for you?
I feel like, and other people who are in chat who have played Dark Souls before can probably attest to this, although I know that your first run with it felt a little different.
Yeah. We're about to ascend, by the way. People on the Twitch stream are now seeing me be carried up into Anne Orlando.
The Anne Orlando area is like aesthetically and just like designed as a level. It's designed really, really, really good and like really tight on terms of how it is like progressing you through it. It's like an entire game like shoved into one zone.
Yeah. A lot of the game has to be like traversable from various directions and at various parts of the game. But Anne Orlando is like, I guess, like a bottleneck in the middle of the structure of this game where like everybody's going to get to it basically at the same time. You can't really like cheat and get to it early and stuff like that. And it is like basically a linear path, unlike a lot of the parts of this game. So it is kind of like a sequence of challenges in the same way that like a Mario game or something might be.
It is a level.
Yeah.
It feels like a level in a way that lots of other parts of Dark Souls don't really feel like a level.
Yeah.
It feels like both a level and like a space in the world or whatever. And threading that needle is very difficult. And I think that you can tell by the like enemy layout and the way they are thrown at you and the aesthetic of the place and how it like draws your eyes the way that it does, that they spent a lot of time on Anne Orlando.
Yeah. Like people on stream right now are watching me kill the first little armor knight dude. So that's like the introduction to the level. And then you come in here and then boom, there are two armor knight dudes. And which is like immediately kind of getting you ready for the fact that you're going to need to fight two dudes at the same time at the end of this whole thing. I have never been very successful at killing two armor dudes at the same time. I've killed Ornstein and Smo on my own. But I find these armor dudes, like their swing is just so wide. And now I'm fighting two. This is not off to a good start. Let's just get away. Let's just get away from these guys. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get you in here because you said that I can summon you.
No, you gotta go down the elevator. My sign is like
I can't bring you back up here with me.
No, a fog gate will show up in between.
Okay. Well, I'll practice killing these armor knights and then I will go and get you.
Lots of people in the chat are talking about how they have not played the first Dark Souls.
Oh wow.
Which is, I mean, fair. It's a pretty old game at this point.
I'm wondering if they also mean that they've played other Dark Souls games but not this one, which feels like a weird place to be in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see it, but I also think that right now it's like pretty easy to get if you have a Switch. You can get the remastered
It's
and
on every
play
console.
play like how me and Swaff are playing now. And if you haven't, I would recommend it because it's a really good game
It is.
and foundational to a lot of game design that came after it. Also,
Absolutely. You will
um,
like notice Dark Soulsy things in like pretty much any game released in the last 10 years. um, or any like I guess critically acclaimed one.
yeah,
Also,
um,
like this is a bigger point, but a thing that I have noticed is that playing Dark Souls actually makes you noticeably better at other video games. Like
well, it
last
just
night,
has very foundational skills that like video
yeah.
games tend to lean on. Yeah.
Well, like there are a lot. I've played lots of hard games in my life, but
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls is hard in a very specific way, in that basically every button press matters. Like there's not
Mm-hmm.
really room for error. Like there's a little bit of room for error, but you are going to face the consequence of an incorrect button press 100% of the time, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to learn to be like very patient and careful, and like you can't just go up to a boss and hit him as many times as you can. You have to like
Right.
you have to know exactly how many hits you're able to get in before you have to get out of there. You have to be very
Yeah.
careful about like how you're pulling enemies aggro and things like that, and kind of like situating yourself in a space. Um,
Yeah.
so like I
It's very
was
similar in a
okay.
lot of ways, like and I'm sure, and it feels as if it pulls design elements, especially that whole like every button press matters
Yeah.
element. Is it seems to be in conversation a lot with the Monster Hunter series, which is why there's a lot of crossover between people who really like Dark Souls and people who really like Monster Hunter.
See, I was a little
Is
curious about
Yeah,
that. Like the trailers I've seen for the new Monster Hunter game basically just looks like a Dark Souls game, and I'm wondering if that is, or like they kind of developed similar styles concurrently, or if
no,
Dark Souls
Monster
has
Hunter came first.
influenced. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Monster Hunter absolutely came first. It was a PS2 game that was doing kind of the Dark Souls thing before Dark Souls, except in Monster Hunter there is no like levels. You're just fighting bosses
Yeah.
basically. Um, it's doing a different thing, but especially when it comes to like the combat, it's very clear that Dark Souls, especially the first Dark Souls, takes a lot of influence from the earlier Monster Hunter games. The Monster Hunter games now feel a little more freeform, but so do the newer Dark Souls games. Dark Souls 3
Yeah.
feels a lot more open and reactive than this one does. But yeah, there's a lot of, I think, just kind of back and forth between the two series. Yeah.
The point that I was making about feeling better at other video games now that I've played Dark Souls so many times.
Right.
Case in point, last night I opened up Hades again for the first time in a couple of months. I beat
Mm-hmm.
Hades, I think, a couple of weeks before I started Dark Souls for the first time. And for people who don't know, that's a roguelike game. If you're really good at it, you can beat it in like 30 minutes. But in order to become good at it, you have to practice the early levels again and again and again and again and again. And like, it took me about a month to get good enough at the game to actually beat it. And then I like basically pieced out and like I'm done. The game wants you to play it again. There's an end game thing that you can only access if you beat it 10 times, and I was like, sorry, ain't nobody got time for that. But I pulled it open last night, and I got to the last boss like first try. No sweat really. I didn't beat him, but I like did not struggle in the way that I struggled when I played it at first. And this was like also me kind of being out of practice with the game. But because I was in practice with Dark Souls, a lot of the same skills kind of applied. Oh man, I just died right before I summoned you.
Oh no. Finral asked if you got to the credits in Hades.
I did get to credits, but you get to credits after you beat the final boss the first time. But there's like a true ending that you don't get until you beat the final boss 10 times.
Wow. Um, But yeah, I think another thing about Anne Orlando, which the people who haven't played the game who are watching your stream right now will probably have noticed in the difference between the areas that. Oh yeah, Emma says make sure to add your death.
Thank you.
Is that the area looks very like pristine and nice, like and open, and also like all of the pathways are like big and safe and like. Which, not impeding you in any way, in a way that like in other parts, especially like parts that you have just been in, like Blighttown and Sense Fortress and yada yada yada, like the environment feels very like we're here to mess you up, right?
Yeah.
It feels very like oppressive and difficult to maneuver. But Anne Orlando takes all that off and is just like, you've just got to deal with this, like with the obstacles.
It kind of feels like you're at the end of the game. Like, this feels like it could be a last section.
It really does. Yeah.
And also, like, on a lore level, all these doorways and pathways are so large and unobstructed because this is like a kingdom of giants, basically? Is that right?
More or less. Like, you can see... I mean, you'll see outside of the guards, you will kind of sort of interact with one of these like divine beings, and you can tell that they were like much larger than just a person.
We're also going to see a very large person at the end of Anne Orlando today.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm now going to attempt to summon you without this gargoyle hassling me too much. It is trickier than it sounds. Okay, summon.
Wyvern says that I feel like Cam is a developer talking about his game. I just really appreciate game design. That's
like
all.
The game design choices in Dark Souls are just so clear. Like it's all very intentional and deliberate.
Yeah, for sure. And it comes through, and I think that is why it became so popular. Outside of like the mimetic, like oh it's so hard type of thing, you know.
Gargoyle dead.
Well, it happens. But like it had kind of like an easy meme marketing thing of like the game's really hard. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
Yeah.
But like it also the design is so tight in a lot of ways. I mean, there are ways that this first Dark Souls is like very flawed in a lot of ways too. But the direction is very clear. I think is the main point in a way that a game hadn't been in a really long time.
Yeah.
Especially kind of like an RPG type of thing. Like since basically, I don't know, in my experience anyway, as someone who was like playing games as I grew older and stuff like that, it kind of like the direction was clear in a way that I hadn't seen since I had played something like Metal Gear Solid. By the way, did you summon me or?
I did summon you. You should be on your way. Are you not?
No.
Man, I thought I did it.
Come back.
I actually thought I did it twice. Like, I thought I did it the first time, and then you weren't coming, and I summoned you again. But summoning failed. It says summoning failed. Oh, now it says summoning phantom. Summoning
there
phantom.
You go.
Okay, we're good. Weird.
Yeah. You might want to wait here for a second.
There's Sin's Fortress people can see up top. We're going there eventually. Also, is there anything else we can see from up here? I don't know. Not really. We're going there, obviously.
So
we have Captain Caveman. Oh, you don't have your new look. Oh, you do have a new look. You're a dragon. So does Captain Caveman have a new moniker he would like to go by now that he's a dragon?
We're still using he, him. We're still a dragon. It's cool. I forgot that if you do the dragon head, you can't take it off until you die, and I just haven't died.
Okay, good. You were wearing the Mask of the Father, and I was going to start calling you Captain Crunch.
Wyvern says, are you going to make them write a paper about how good Dark Souls is? That'd be a good exercise.
I actually have had a student write an essay about Dark Souls before. Last year, when I was teaching freshmen, my curriculum was all about mythology. And I taught several genres of mythology, one of which was parable. And, whoa. It's Extremely cool. Extremely cool. I've never seen that before in the game, actually.
It's really bad and stupid, but it's very funny.
Hey, I have, as you can see on screen, or actually you can't see on screen, but I have a nice little fire move too, but I'm not going to use it yet. I'm saving it for PvP.
The caveman has discovered fire, that's
Caveman
right.
discovers
And the fire was inside of him all along,
Wow.
it turns out. He just needed to open his third eye and get a dragon head.
As I was saying,
Yes.
my student essay assignment last year, one of them was pick a modern story that you think could qualify as one of these genres of mythology. And I had a student write about how Dark Souls was a parable, and I think they are correct in that. I didn't know anything about Dark Souls at the time and didn't really understand their paper, but now I feel like I might.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what was what did they glean as the lesson of it?
I mean, pretty typical read. It's kind of about living during in the last days of a dying world and things like that. I think their read was that it was very cynical. Whoa! Nice.
See you later.
Love to be in Sin's Fortress again, kind of.
Yeah, right after we talked about how this isn't Sin's Fortress again.
It is for a second.
There is this little part, where people are whipping knives at you and running across a beam, yeah.
But anyways, I think their read was, the cynical one that, death is inevitable and, the world is deteriorating to, in a way that humans are not able to reverse at this point, and all is lost.
Did you add to the death counter?
I did add to the death counter.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
And Rolando claims its first corpse.
We have another little Sin's Fortressy type challenge we have to do after this as well.
Yeah,
the very beginning of this is tough. I mean, all of it's tough, but especially the beginning. I am not teaching film studies next year. As much as I would enjoy teaching a film studies class, it is already claimed.
Oh no.
Already spoken for.
Same.
But you can get your Mr. Swafford film studies class at any point by listening to Cinematary.
Wow, gotta plug that.
Always be
would love to see a cuss counter on Cinematary.
Oh man, the cuss counter broke, I think.
Even just the couple of episodes that I've been on, yeah.
Jay asked what grade I teach. Right now I teach freshmen. I have taught freshmen. This is my third year teaching freshmen, but I've taught all the grades in high school. Next year I'm probably going to be teaching both freshmen and seniors. We'll see about that. Caveman is still fire caveman.
Fully lizard-fied.
Lizard brain caveman.
Lizard brain caveman.
One consequence of me playing this on a television is that I now have to glance over and look at the chat instead of having it in front of me at all times. So if there is a question that I miss, somebody, or Cam specifically, you should tell me.
I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Yeah. Between foes and doing that.
just to kind of make sure that guy's dead.
Yeah. Go ahead, bud. You've got the shield, not me.
Okay, here we go. Don't like this part. Stresses me out.
If you can just block for me and get ahead of me, they will eventually charge you, and I can blow fire at them.
Yeah.
Just don't let me get hit by a dadgum knife.
Oh, here he comes.
Okay.
Dead. Always good as a backup.
One of the dumber things that you can do in Dark Souls is
become a
your
dragon
head with a dragon's head. and blow fire that takes stamina.
Really seems like the kind of decision that comes from a wouldn't it be cool if kind of writer's room scenario.
That is exactly what it is. However, the dragon thing stays in every game. Every game has it.
I'm going to let you get this guy, because somebody in chat said that I gave up the game plan. Wow. I actually do more damage than your fire.
Yeah, the fire is super weak. It's not good.
My little fire move is really good if I get the chance to use it.
Yeah.
We got a little dude down here we got to kill. And I'm probably going to unsummon you in a second so that I can get the next bonfire. I'm going to have to do this over and over and over. Fun fact, the section that we are about to walk into is supposed to have a gargoyle in it and does not have a gargoyle in it because I traipsed through this area to see if I could help people with the boss. Turns out I could not. I am over-leveled. And I tried to... Thank you for that fire. I appreciate it. And I tried to like skip past the enemies that don't respawn, like the gargoyle, and that gargoyle just straight up jumped off the edge of this thing and died.
Yeah, he'll do that. Yeah. One of actually kind of hilariously enough, thank you, random Barbie in the road. The fire move is cool. One of my like favorite memories from when I first played this game was fighting that gargoyle in this little contraption.
Yeah.
Like while I was spinning it around.
It's really fun. And like one of the cool things about the gargoyle fight, the first gargoyle fight, is how you're kind of fighting on an incline. You're on top of a roof, and it kind of comes up to like a triangular point, and so you can be below them and attack, but like avoid all their moves, and then it becomes a spiral staircase for this one, which is fun too. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here if possible, but don't leave before doing that a couple more times.
Right. Give me a
does that run out, by the way, or is that just a stamina
thing? It's just stamina. It's stupid. That's why I think it does so little damage in this game. Because you could just keep doing it. It's actually not so bad for this build that I've got, because what I can do is kind of commit to a big hit and then back up and like blow fire while the enemy attacks, and then kind of like go back in or whatever.
Yeah. I am ready for you wherever you want to put your summon sign.
Give me 1 second. I might be able to just... if you want to go back up...
I can't walk without also somersaulting.
Oh, that's right. There is no thing here. Okay.
I think I need to like go up to these big stairs.
Yeah, give me 1 second because I can't warp from the bonfire that's close to me because I already killed that fire keeper.
Oh, nice.
I might just homeward bone and warp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Where are we? There we are. I will go ahead and take out one of these big giants while I wait. On a first playthrough...
Jay, yes. There's a gargoyle that jumps you while you're on that big spinning thing.
And if you didn't kill the first one, you'll have two as well, because as you can see, there's where we fought the first one.
Okay, I'm warping. We will go... Hey, can you just go back down to the bonfire that you just lit? Or
yeah, can you place your sign there? I think what happens is, like if I place my sign here, like right in front of the staircase, and then I go to the spiral thing, my summon sign disappears. So I don't know if it'll let you or not. Like those are registered as different co-opable areas in the game. Somehow.
Let's see here.
I mean, I can try.
I think I can just put it like right outside.
Outside the fire bonfire? Oh, I need to move this contraption to get down there. Who is random Barbie in the road? Identify yourself. I know I have a couple people in stream, or will be on the stream at some point today, who I want to give shout-outs to, but I don't want to do it if I don't know they're here.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Yeah,
I do need to go.
I really like the fact that Dark Souls is co-opable. And this is the first time I've ever co-opted it, and it's super fun.
Yeah, Swaff, I gotta go up top.
Okay, cool.
That's something time disappeared, yeah.
Wasting my time.
I'm wasting your time.
Another thing that I think Jay last week was asking about, like, are there any personal stories that kind of influence the design decisions in this game? One of them is, like, the director Miyazaki's own experience with, like, suffering personal hardship and having like friends and acquaintances like help him out of it, right? That's kind of part of the thematic reason why there's like a lot of co-op, and you can even summon strangers to help you as well. I remember him telling some story about seeing an interview where he was telling a story about being stuck in traffic because some car couldn't move, and like a bunch of people got out of their cars and like helped that person push their car.
Right. I was gonna say that he specifically talked about not just his friends, but just like random people.
Yeah.
Like, which is why, in the original design of Dark Souls, it did not have the very convenient thing that we have, where we can add put a friend code on basically, and only summon and interact with each other unless we get invaded. In the original Dark Souls, that was not there. So if you wanted, it was only random people. If you wanted to co-op in the original Dark Souls with a specific person, it was actually pretty hard. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice addition that they put in. I think they started doing it in Dark Souls 2 with a ring you could wear.
Free Hong Kong has invaded. You know what? I support the cause. I am going to try to kill you, though. Yeah, I'm going to try something. Oh, here he is. Whoa, that is a very long weapon with a lot of reach.
What has he got?
I don't even really know.
Oh,
dang it. I'm not going to be able to have time to get this spell off.
But yeah, in Dark Souls 2, you had to wear a ring, and then from then on out, I think from Bloodborne forward, they just started doing the code thing. So when they redid Dark Souls 1, they just put the code back in it.
I need you, Captain Caveman. Please kill this dude. Bonk him. Oh, okay, that got over half of his health down.
Yeah, he's going to run.
Maybe now, now I can get my spell off.
Oh, I killed him.
Nice.
He's dead.
Whew. Okay, that was close. I think that's the first time we've actually killed an invader, right? We've always gotten killed by them.
Right. Yeah, well.
Also, I realized that the only boss we've died to is Moonlight Butterfly, which is funny. Oop! Oop! Almost fell.
Yes, that was the first invasion that we killed the guy. On stream, anyway.
Yeah.
He got bonked. That was a failed giant dad build, which is gonna be just gibberish to people who don't know what that means.
It's gibberish to me.
It's just a PvP build. The person wasn't done with it or something, but they were trying to do a giant dad thing there.
Okay, so this is a part that is going to take a little bit of strategy.
Oh right.
I'm going to put on.
If anybody saw the tweet that I put out, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah. So we have to go up this banister. Around that column, up another banister, and we have to kill that guy you can see with the arrows, and this other guy you can also see with the arrows.
You actually only have to kill one of them.
Yeah, but I think it would be easier if we just split up, right? And you take one, I take the other. Because the thing that's hard about it is you'll be fighting one and get hit by an arrow from the back by the other guy. So
I am here to do what you want me to do, Swaff. You tell me.
How about I just get hit with an arrow. Awesome. How about you take the one on the right, I'll distract the one on the left, and then once he's dead, I will come your way.
I will do my best.
Okay. This is why I have the Black Knight Great Shield out. Because I need to be holding it up 100% of the time we are doing this task.
Need to use my advanced lizard head. Wait, you're going left, right?
Yeah, I'm going left. Here we go.
All right. Go for it.
Have fun bonking.
I always have fun bonking. Okay, he's dead.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you want to this dude?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, no!
You died?
Well, I got him. Yeah, but you're right at that bonfire. So.
Yeah, I'll be able to get you. Whew! We did it the first time. Let me up our death counter since you died, and then go get you back in safe territory. Whew! Ah!
What happened? You didn't get in,
I just backstepped instead of hitting B and fell off. This is
That's
good.
okay. We'll get it.
This
we'll
is
get
good.
it.
I mean, it would have been too clean if we didn't die at that part. Everybody dies at that part.
I guess. Hey, Chemo's here. What up, Chemo?
What kind of stuff does Chemo usually stream?
Chemo streams all kinds of stuff. Chemo streams us playing Smash sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I know that they play a lot of Valheim, which is like a game that a lot of people like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about
it. They stream like whatever they're interested in at the time, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, my dragon head's gone.
Well,
you know, now I kind of miss it.
Man, we got so close. We even killed the invader and everything.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the journey that counts. Ow! I got hit by a giant.
Ammo just clipped me backstepping off of the ledge.
Good. It's what she deserved.
Is your sign down? Same place?
I'm running to go put it down right now. Ow. Okay, sign is back around the same spot.
Sweet. I'll once again remind people that we are happy to take any sort of questions or conversation requests in chat if you got them, especially when I'm just sitting around waiting for Cam to show up.
Listen, man.
Kimo says, I stream whatever, but HOTS, you see what I mean? What is HOTS?
It's Heroes of the Storm, I think is what he's talking about. It's a MOBA.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like League.
Somebody said play Folklore. Are you meaning the Taylor Swift album?
I'm going to beg you not to play Folklore.
Well, if I played Folklore, which I would love to do, this stream would get taken down for copyright. The very first week we did it, I had my little 10-minute countdown timer, and I played a song by Burial, which is pretty niche British electronic artist, and my stream got muted just because I had that in my in my intro. So they got a beefy algorithm for catching that stuff.
Oh wow, I one-shot these guys. I didn't even know that.
Nice.
Check this out.
I do not. Takes a lot of strategy.
Yeah, I've got my head back, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just.
You're not wearing a hat of any kind.
I'm dragoning up, dude.
Time to go dragon mode. Didn't Kanye say something about how he and Trump had dragon energy? Wasn't that a quote?
I don't know. I try not to listen as much as I possibly can. Emma said, request a conversation about lore and research in the actual Captain Caveman show. Is that a thing? Are they going to redo it?
Oh, is that actually the name of that character? I didn't know that character had a name.
There is a character called Captain Caveman, yeah.
Oh! Help me. Nice. Okay.
Bonk ×2. Ow, I got shot.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Same plan as last time. You behind me?
Second first, same as the first. I'm kind of behind you.
I'll wait. There we go. Oop.
Got mine.
Nice. Oop.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna try to not die.
Okay, I got him.
Okay, cool. Let's not fall off this time.
Wait, was Captain Caveman in that stupid Scoob movie? Really?
Was he?
They put him in?
I know the big thing with that Scoob movie was like they just threw in a bunch of random IP, like Lego Movie style, and people thought that was like a betrayal of the purity of the Scooby-Doo franchise. Okay.
Let's go see the cutest little boy in this whole game.
This is the part where he flirts with you.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me.
What are you doing?
What's the matter?
Flirt
Wait,
with
I
me.
forget what I actually...
You are really fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Well, Soler, we'll just leave it at
Who
that.
knows?
Okay, can you unsummon so that I can light this?
Yeah, I can do that.
Somebody in chat, I think, is this Taylor/Ruth? I forget what her screen name is. Said, I know someone who's on a plane with the Shaggy actor from the Scooby-Doo movie, live action movie. That Matthew Lillard is an awesome actor in things that are not Scooby-Doo. He's in Scream. He's in Twin Peaks: The Return. He's a great actor.
He's kind of a good actor in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah. I mean, he probably is what makes the Scooby-Doo movies work as well as they do.
I think in general, just the casting writ large is what makes the Scooby-Doo.
Because it's also Sarah Michelle Gellar and
that's right.
And what is
Freddie Prinze Jr.
What's the name of the Italian lady who plays Velma?
I always forget her name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody knows.
Extremely hot woman, TBH.
Well, there was a
Dark
whole
Spirit
thing too with,
Filthy
like,
Casual has invaded.
I bet this guy's a giant dad. I bet you anything.
Here he is. Where are you, buddy?
Who, me?
Oh, he just ran into another room. And
just go back to where
wasted
Soler
my
was.
Spell. Well, he just looks like a dude. Like nothing special for this build, really. Well, he has a lot of fire stuff.
Is he wearing the Mask of the Father?
Nope.
Is he using his Hunter?
He did just backstab me and kill me. Rip.
Oh, well.
Linda Cardellini. Thank you, Ammo.
There's a whole thing, too, with, like, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar and Matthew Lillard were, like, kind of buddies, too. So, like, it kind of helped with the...
Well, they're both in Scream together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I know who that person is. That's Cruz. Welcome to the stream, Cruz.
Okay, well, my sign's down next to Solaire.
I like that this stream included discourse on the Scooby-Doo movies. The live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Listen.
We're just talking about all the important issues today. Oh, okay, stop flirting, Solaire. I'm trying to talk to Captain Caveman. I'm spoken for. Let's see.
By a man whose head is a lizard.
Well, not right now. What's going on with your hair, by the way? I've never seen Captain Caveman's hair.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got confirmation on who Random Barbie in the Road is. Or maybe I just missed it. It's a great screen name. Like, good on ya. Here we are. I would say we're past the hardest part. I mean, we do have a boss that's hard, but I think that the archers is tougher.
The archers are definitely more annoying. Hey, there's a chest in.
Yeah, I think it might be a mimic.
Hmm?
That chest?
Ooh. No, it's not.
Is it not?
The mimics are... I'll show you where the mimics are. This
Okay.
one is not a mimic. Also, mimics still drop stuff.
Wait, where's the chest? Oh, it's in there.
Back here, right.
Oh, there's like a hidden room in there. We should go in there.
Nope, not this one.
Oh, really?
A room that looks a lot like this one, but not this one.
Silver Knight Spear. Sunlight Metal. Cool. Random Barbie in the Road. You may have said earlier, but I definitely missed it, so you're going to have to tell me again. Let's go in here. This is the one with the hidden pathway.
There's a neat little bit of lore about this, if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, please, yeah.
Or some implied lore, as Dark Souls always is. But down here is where you find all of Havel's stuff, right?
Yes.
And you also find a club that what is this mimic alive? He's just sliding around.
Oh,
okay.
well, I'm seeing something very different, yeah.
Anyway, you also find an occult club down here.
Yeah.
And the type of damage that occult clubs do is especially effective against, like, the god beings in this game. And basically, if you do some reading on Havel's stuff, and the fact that this room is secret, and then it basically gets confirmed a couple of games later, you come to learn that Havel was actually, like, conspiring to kill the gods before he was... Yes.
Cool.
So he was, like, one of Gwen's friends. It says in the things that he was, like, a good friend of Gwen.
So he's like a Guy Fawkes sort of character.
Kind of, yeah. He was, like, a cleric, but then he was, like, a super fierce guy who hated dragons, right? But then he kind of has this, like, awakening at some point, or eye-opening moment at some point where he thinks, oh, no, we made a mistake. And so he starts trying to kind of, like, angle himself in a way where he aligns himself with the dragons instead to kind of kill them, to kill, like, the gods and have the dragons come back.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Good guy
Havel is extremely cool. Yeah, he's a very neat character.
And we see him just holed up in a big tower.
Yeah, well, he's already hollow then. He's already, like, gone.
Oh, yeah.
But in Dark Souls 3, you come up on Havel in front of a dead dragon. And he is, like, he is at a place that people go to like seek enlightenment about that sort of thing, and it's really neat.
Oh man, if
Havel
I
is
had
very
my
cool.
my like great magic arrow on me, I would just kill this guy from up here. Hate killing this guy in this room specifically. It's too small.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, do you have something?
Let me see if I do. I don't know if I do. I don't have enough of it. I could weaken him like crazy, but I could kill him from up here.
We can't.
Yes, Emma is right. He says Havel hates magic, which is why he wears the big armor, has a ton of magic resistance. Yeah. So he thought that like the use of magic was basically like this sacrilege, to like pull.
It does end up corrupting people. Oh wait, do we need to go
kind of, but we need
room?
to go there. Yeah, we got to go this way.
Oh, it doesn't open. Okay. Oh, but
Yeah,
there's
well,
also...
we should go kill this guy first.
Yeah. Because he's gonna sneak up on us if we don't.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Oop.
He keeps hitting me. There we go.
My weapon is at risk. Let me actually switch. I don't really want to
Do you
use
have
the
repair powder?
Uchi, but it's pretty leveled up, so we're gonna go to the Uchi for a minute. Where is it? Yeah. Okay.
Pro tip for any of the Cavalier listeners in the audience here: if you want to use the Baldur's sword, you need to repair it every time you sit at a bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
It has you have to keep repairing it.
I have not done a good job at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have repair powder, by the way?
I can repair it once we get to the giant. We're almost there.
Yeah. If you have that consumable, then you could repair it right now.
I don't know if I do though. I'm now so used to using the other weapon that I'm very bad with the Uchi Katana.
So Jay says if you could like elucidate on the whole thing with Havel and magic. Yeah, so like Havel, even though he like kind of turns on the gods or whatever, he is like a faith guy. He's like a devout man. And in this game, oh wait, we need to go back first.
Right.
We need to go get Sigmar.
Oh. Important.
So he is still like devout, and magic in these games is like evoking the power of the gods without their permission. It's like taking divine energy and using it.
Also, like,
whereas
if we are to read this as an allegory about, what's destroying our world, why do we feel like we're at like the last days of our own civilization? Could it also kind of be used to talk about like fossil fuels or something? Like we have kind of like pulled these things out of the earth that are like now killing us.
Well, like, I don't know. I would say maybe Bloodborne does more with that. In this game, it's kind of like like the different forms of magic, which I talked about before. It's like it's like miracles are you like asking the gods for favor and being granted it, and then pyromancy is you like drawing energy from within yourself and using that as magic, and then sorcery is just taking divine energy and using it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then so like Havel, even though he like was like about to betray Gwen and stuff, he still like thought that taking their power was like an unforgivable like thing that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But Bloodborne deals a lot more with like, oh well, this is like what magic or arcane knowledge does or is. Like the only thing you really get in Dark Souls about that is Big Hat, who just like kind of keeps pursuing this, kind of keeps pursuing magic until it like really harms him or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like we also get Griggs, and Griggs doesn't really do anything like that. Griggs
who is
just kind of
Griggs?
seems like
is he the sorcerer?
He's Big Hat's like apprentice guy.
Oh, okay. There's not.
He's the dude that you rescue from Lower Undead Burg. Hey, do you want to see something really cool?
The little cheat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. Plenty.
Okay.
But we should go down the normal way if you can. Are you able to get back?
I can find my way back.
Okay. Because I want to open this shortcut.
Yeah, open it up. In fact, I can just wait, and you can open it up, and I'll just come that way.
Yeah, I'm going to hope that goes well. I'm using a non-preferred weapon at the moment.
Yes, or Emo says in the earlier streams, Swaff and Cam fought Havel in a tower. We bodied Havel. Because he's really easy if you have two people. But yeah, he gets deemed like insane and locked in that tower by Gwen. Whether or not he was like actually insane or Gwen figured out what happened, what was going on, is unclear. But he gets locked in that tower, and that's where he goes hollow. And then you show up and kill him and take his ring, which is like the best ring in the game. So.
Yes, I have not taken it off since getting it. Yeah. Okay, let's open this. Can you be on the other side of that door so you can help me with this dude?
I'm right here.
Okay, cool. Nice. Good. And then...
Wait, did you open these chests?
I did not open the chest. That's where the Silver Knight stuff is.
Yep.
Really good armor for a build that is not the one that I'm doing. Where's the path? Where are we going?
Up here. We're almost done. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm going the right direction.
If you want to go rest at the bonfire, we're like close to... We can try to get this Titanite demon if you want.
Not at the moment. Let's go to the blacksmith.
Okay.
I need to get my sword back. Also, I can make a Quelaag Fury sword now, though I'm probably not going to use it for Ornstein and Smo. You know, we've been going for about an hour, but it doesn't feel like it has been that long.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah,
and that is if Ornstein and Smo don't like give us a lot of trouble. But
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we'll be okay. Oh, we should also open this shortcut over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna do that while you were talking to the Giant.
Okay.
So
yeah, that works. Hey, buddy.
That good man.
Love this guy.
Yeah.
Balder's side sword. It's back. Let's re-equip that. Smo is about to get bonked.
Smo will be bonked soon.
He thinks he can bonk, but he doesn't even know.
He doesn't know what that means.
He doesn't know what that means. Okay.
Alright, I got the shortcut open.
Sweet. Sweet.
We should actually go open like the main shortcut before you go rest again.
Yes.
And then we could do that. Try to get Ornstein and Smo, and if you want to keep going, we could probably hit something else pretty quickly.
We could probably get like either Sif or the Stray Demon, one of those two.
Okay, so Stray Demon. When you go back to the asylum, you can't summon me. So.
Oh right. Okay.
Just something
well,
worth
maybe
note.
Sif.
Yeah, this is not open yet. So yeah.
You meant the other shortcut, the one in the main chamber. Yeah, let's go do that.
Yes, Wyvern. Yes. The Captain Caveman and the Scout from Team Fortress basically undiscernible from one another. They're basically the same character.
Once I get some little fodder enemies to fight, I want to try out this Quelaag Fury Sword. Also, I need to go kill Lautrec, which you can't
which you
do
also
with
have
me.
to do by yourself.
Yeah. But we should do it. I don't think it'll be too much trouble. Black Eye Orb quivering, which I didn't know until way later that meant you need to go kill Lautrec. Ah! Okay, this would be bad if this guy killed me before I open this.
I got him, don't worry about
Sweet. Man, so this is a boss that we're about to fight that kind of, unless you're really good, which Cam is really good, and he was able to beat them on his own his first time playing. Actually, your first attempt, you beat them.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
It was kind of a weird thing.
Absolutely crazy. But anyways, unless you're really good, it kind of demands that you summon somebody else. And summoning a human player is hard because you will often get invaded before you get to the door, before you get to the boss door. Or you can go up here and summon Solaire. But the thing is, if you summon Solaire for this fight, the Solaire you get is a complete moron. Like, he is useless.
The Solaire you get is always a complete moron.
He's fine for the gargoyle fight. But yeah, like, what he'll do is just, like, throw himself at those giants and then, like, be useless in the Ornstein Smough fight. I only have 2 Estus, so this is probably not going to be the time that we do it, just for the record. But we'll try it. Here we go.
It's the boys. Fun fact, Ammo is in the chat. He and I did a run of Dark Souls 3 where he was Smough and I was Ornstein.
Yeah.
And it was a whole lot of fun. We would get into this area where we were dueling people, or basically like a common PvP hotspot, and we would summon people in, and we would like try to recreate the cutscene there too, like nice. Of like one of them jumping down while the other one was there. It was very fun.
Let's kill Ornstein first. We hadn't really discussed that.
All right, do you want me to hold Smough back and you take care of Ornstein?
Please do that.
Okay, I got him.
I will do my best here. It's going pretty well so far. No damage on my end. Well, I spoke too soon. He's at half health.
You can do it, Swaff. I believe in you.
He's really not that bad if you don't have anything else to distract you. Just kind of like circulate, hit him from behind. Man, will I be able to do this fight with 2 Estus? I'm already feeling good about this. Dead.
Got him.
I did it. Notice how when I'm playing on a TV, I'm actually
Andrew,
not bad at Dark Souls.
Watch Ornstein. Watch Ornstein's hand, by the way.
Okay.
So, like, he moves, and then Smough kills him. Like, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Which is very funny because if you kill Smough first, Ornstein is like seems like genuinely affected by it. He's like, oh no, and like walks over to him and like places his hand on him before he like takes his power. But Smough is just like, idiot, you weak idiot, kill you.
Oh no, I thought that area of attack thing was over.
Bolt, yeah, get back.
I have no Estus, so here we go. I killed Ornstein with no Estus.
Just get back. Oh! I got cornered.
You know,
okay,
I wonder what this fire will do to him. Let's try it. It's not going to reach. Dang it. Okay.
Whoop, I jumped into him. Okay, I'm still alive.
Whoa, I missed. I swung right between his legs. I have no idea what's going on in chat right now. I haven't looked in quite a while. I assume that you are cheering us on.
Yeah, Emma, if you're talking about like DS3 stuff, I would just refrain because Swaff might play it. Yeah. But if you are talking about the fact that like of the Ornstein stuff, I can talk about it in just 1 second. If you're talking about how like all right, yeah.
I think we're gonna do it.
Hey, yo.
I think we're gonna do it.
Oh, I missed the big boy. Oh, there we go. Okay.
We got this. We got this. One more.
That's it.
Bonk him.
That's it.
Bonk him.
Uh-oh. Got him. Bonk him before he bonked me.
The bonker has been bonked. All right, here we go. Time for fan service.
That's right.
Time for gratuitous fan service.
I will be right back while you do this part.
Do it.
Yeah.
And while he's doing that, I think I might level up a little bit. I actually would like to go up in attunement if I can. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just bring up dexterity as much as I can. I'm gonna be doing a equal dexterity and intelligence build, so 40 on one and 40 on the other. Eventually. Here we are. It's the booby room. I read a really fun clip from an interview with director Miyazaki, director of the game, not Hayao Miyazaki, the film director, about this that was hilarious. And I'm going to try and pull it up while this lady is talking to me. He said, I guess somebody asked him in the interview, why did you make this character? And he said, the truth is, I just wanted to make a really big woman. I think it was a manga in which there was a company president who joins an executive club to escape his stressful work life, and there's this giant woman who takes care of the club members, almost like a mother. Don't you think that's a perfect situation? A giant, considerate, caring woman, the kind we all lost when we grew up. That's what I wanted to make. Originally, I wanted to put a mouth in the palm of her hand, okay? And we made all the animations, but it didn't make it into the final game. Talking of glamour, her breasts have nothing to do with me. They happened without my knowledge. It's all the artist's fault. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I always seek a certain refinement in all my designs. So this is not quite refined enough for me. As
I love that he says that the reason he ended up leaving the design as it is because the artist was so excited about it.
Yeah.
And he was just I couldn't bear to tell him no, basically.
Okay, so we're gonna kill this lady, which you're not.
You're gonna go ahead and pop her?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, is there a reason why we shouldn't?
No. I mean, it's just yeah.
So, do you want to talk about lore as to why I need to kill this lady?
So, all right, so
because this is
starting with
maybe the coolest lore thing in the game.
Right. Okay. So starting with Ornstein and Smo. Okay. So if you read Smo's armor, you learn that Smo. It says that Smo is the last knight who stays there. Right. So you're like, what is that about? Why is Smo the last knight there when I just fought Ornstein too? Right.
Yeah.
So it turns out in the next couple of games that Ornstein, the Ornstein that you fought there is not even Ornstein. It's just an illusion that's there. That Ornstein himself actually did the Havel thing and left. Mm-hmm. But they made an illusion and kept Ornstein there. What Ornstein got up to later, I will just leave open because it's something it's fun to discover later.
Yes.
But basically the big old lady that you're seeing there is also just an illusion.
Rip.
Right. So that is an illusion of Gwen's daughter that is being held there by her own brother.
Yes.
So
it reminds me of the Magritte painting, the treachery of images. This is not fan service. This is an illusion of fan service.
The point being, you're you are led to believe that Anne Orlando is this super cool place. The gods lived here. What a cool divine area. And then you kill that, and you break that illusion, and it turns out only one of them is still there, and he's kind of a jerk. And the whole reason that he's there is to keep up the image that they are there.
Yes.
And that kind of leads you down a rabbit hole, lore-wise, into learning. And that is basically how you can start to unravel the whole thing of wow, this Gwen guy is kind of a big dumb idiot, and wow, the gods and the four lords didn't even really like each other, and the only ones that were really divine in these types of ways were Gwen, whereas the Witch of Izalith and all of them were not really interested in being that or setting themselves above humanity that way. and that like Gwen's own children, all except for one of them, all abandoned him because he was such a like crazy jerk. And the reason that that thing is an illusion there is because Gwen has set up basically the common religion of humanity. Gwen himself created to be like a way to have a repository of humanity feeding itself to fire to keep his age moving forward.
Wait, what's the humanity thing? Sorry, back up just a little bit.
So Gwen created the Way of White, which is like the main religion of human.
Mm-hmm.
He created it to make the fake prophecy thing of like, oh, an chosen undead will come and like save everybody, and it'll be very cool. Like, he is the one who made that up so that people would come and just keep throwing themselves at the first flame over and over and over and over and over, and keeping his own age moving forward forever, or as long as he could possibly get it to move forward.
Yeah.
And the only one of his own 3 children, like he has 3 children who are all supposedly like loyal to him, which as an aside, the only one of them that's like a giant is the daughter. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess sometimes you just want a big woman, says Miyazaki.
Sometimes you want a big woman.
but like like his other 2 kids abandoned him and like left because they didn't like what he was doing. She was one of them. She, like, you read in I think it's in this game. It might be in Dark Souls 2, where you can like read about.
She's like still alive, living somewhere else, right?
Yeah, she left. She like married. She like wed herself to like some minor fire god guy and left. Went to a different kingdom of her own volition. Like took her kids with her. And was like, you need to stay away from your crazy granddad. And his other kid, the son, who the Warriors of Sunlight worship, you don't
Solaire,
really
right?
interact with him. No, it is not Solaire.
Oh, I thought that was a fan theory, that it was Solaire.
It is a fan theory, but it is like disproven later.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was the one that, like, if you read up about him, Gwen's son, he has been like stricken from history because he, made some kind of mistake, and you do actually eventually run into this dude, but not yet, not in this game. Regardless, he is also not around, and he also left for reasons that are tied to Gwen and his ambition and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try to kill Latrec here.
Okay. I'll go put my sign down in Darkroot Garden,
Nice.
so that you can summon me for Sif, if that's what you want to do, or we can do something else.
Let's do that.
Okay. Sif is very easy and will be very cool.
Gotta end on a bummer note.
Big bummer note.
Sif would be fun to try out the Fury Sword on. Let's see. I am blue. Because I am, as we learned last time, I am avenging the sins of the guilty.
That's right.
This guy killed my firekeeper. Oh, I was just outside of the range. Dang it. Okay. Oof. This is not going well. I'm dead. Let's try this again. Let's try this again where I don't mess it up immediately.
Emma says this is why the Age of Man is so messed up. It's actually the Age of Man is the Age of Dark. It's like the thing after. It's the thing that Gwen is afraid of.
Yes.
The age we're in right now is like the Age of Fire, which is like the age of the gods or whatever.
Which
and Gwen doesn't want the Age of Man to come to pass because he's afraid of humanity.
For people who are interested in all the lore stuff we're talking about, you should definitely go watch Jim Sterling's video about Dark Souls. I think it's called Dark Souls is Political or something. And he talks about how... they talk about, Jim Sterling is non-binary. They talk about how we are told about the Age of Dark from the perspective of the elites. who are probably using the Age of Dark as kind of like a PR term for the age where we're not in charge anymore. Another name for it that you hear from a character named Koth later is the Age of Man. Yeah. So the thing that the royals are afraid of is humans actually being in charge, which we talked about that last week with the feudalism thing.
even if it's not in charge, it's just in charge of themselves. It's not even like that humankind would take over the world. It's just that they would come to dictate their own fate.
They would decide where they go from here.
Yeah.
Self-determination.
And as opposed to like being subject to the whims of the gods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool altogether. Age of Dark.
Which is one reason why I've decided to kill Guinevere. Is that the name of the one that we just killed?
The Illusion, yeah.
Yeah, Guinevere.
And Caveman's actually right. It is like the Age of Dark and then the Age of Man. It's actually kind of like cloudy, right? So there are some times where the Age of Dark and the Age of Man are like used interchangeably, and sometimes it's like the Age of Dark is this weird transitionary phase between the Age of Fire and the Age of Man. But some people like Koth say like, oh, well, the Age of Dark is the Age of Man. Like that is when when humankind will take the reins of their own destiny and all that type of stuff. But it is also like undeniably like a brutal thing that happens. Like it's like a thing where the Age of Dark is like in this game, dark is intentionally deployed as like a synonym for like the unknown or whatever.
Yeah.
So the dark is a like scary thing. Like the Age of Dark is
making
this like brutality and all this type of stuff can be. Yeah. Are you having trouble with Lautrec still?
I'm trying to get the caster first.
Yeah.
And I need a minute to heal, and it's not coming. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe I should come in with some spells. I should probably do that. Hopefully this doesn't take the rest of our time. Jeez.
If you just try to get Lautrec.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody has anything they want to, like, especially people who haven't played the games, if you have any questions about, like, what is going on or who is what and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I have watched a lot of Vadividya videos.
Oh, and the thing that I was talking about before I interrupted myself was that there's kind of two paths you can take in the game. You can kind of, like, accept the narrative you're given, which is like the narrative that you need to like rekindle the flame to like extend the Age of Fire. We're in the Age of Fire, right?
Yes.
Or you can reject that and like let the fire go out, right? Kind of allowing the royal lineage / sovereignty to fall. And there are things you can do along the way that kind of like narratively make sense. If you're taking the like, I don't want the elites to be in charge anymore path. And one of those things is what we just did, killing Guinevere.
Right.
And kind of exposing the lie for what it is.
Yeah. And not to get too in the weeds, but there is kind of an allegory for like revolution there, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
it is
100%.
It's like a thing of like it will be scary and it will be dark, but look at what we're in now.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what the game is saying writ large of being like there it could be that this thing like goes completely, it goes completely sideways and it turns out to be really bad, but the fact is that we don't know.
Right.
And so it kind of comes down to the player of like, do you find solace in the fact that you are moving into an unknown that is different from the thing that we're in right now, which is obviously really crap, or would you rather maintain the crap because it's something that you know now?
Right.
You know? So yeah.
Jay says feels pertinent, which yes.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
So
why I was bringing up like fossil fuels and climate change and stuff earlier, because I think that's one of the main ways in which the allegory of Dark Souls makes sense to me. Like that's kind of how it feels relevant.
Yeah, that is definitely something that's happening in Bloodborne. Like it's like a central metaphor in Bloodborne. But
that's really cool. Super excited about Bloodborne.
So a couple of things. Jay asked, "What does it mean to be hollow?" Yeah. So every human that you interact with in this game is undead, quote unquote. Like that is like it's a curse that befalls humanity where they can die, but they don't die. They like come back.
They go as like a zombie version of themselves, which is what I'm doing right now. I am a zombie version of myself at the moment.
But the player character is never hollow, because even if you look gross and you like look hollow or whatever, like to be hollowed is to have given up, right? Yes. So like what an undead character, what an undead like NPC or person in these games needs is a purpose. As long as they have a purpose, they can die however many times and they will continue to come back and still have that purpose and still follow it, right? However, once that purpose is either exhausted or given up on, the character will die and then lose themselves after they die again.
Which is like one reason why I kind of disagree with that student's essay I was telling you about, of like the cynical read of Dark Souls, being that, you know, all is lost, you might as well give up. Because it's a video game where you, like, because it's a video game, you want to keep trying. You want to win.
Yeah.
So you don't give up, just by the nature of the thing you are doing.
Yeah, and the devs have explicitly talked about how the way that your own character goes hollow is for you to give up and not play anymore.
Yeah.
And like if you don't play anymore, then your character no longer has a purpose, and then that character is hollow. And when we talk about like Havel having gone hollow, it's because his purpose was to overthrow the god. He was trying to overthrow the gods, but he got locked in this tower where he can't do that anymore. And then what that means is now he's hollowed. Like his purpose is gone, so his body kind of persists, but he is no longer there.
Right.
And in these games, death is seen as like kind of like a good thing. It's kind of something that I would like to talk about more whenever we actually go fight Nito or go down into the tomb thing, because like it's a whole thing having to do with Nito, because if you like kind of read, it turns out that like Nito is sort of like a big bro. But
I wouldn't have guessed.
Even though he's kind of like a big scary Grim Reaper skeleton man, it turns out that Nito was kind of like a bro. But we'll talk about that whenever we go down into the dark.
By the way, Lucifer is dead. I'm coming to the undead parish.
Hooray!
Finally.
But yeah, like that is what like hollowing means. It means to like lose their purpose.
Yep.
Jay says it feels as though there's a lot of political analogies about power structures, advocacy versus burnout, when losing humanity. A very cool game. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of a general thing about like existentialism and humanity, but it absolutely maps like onto political advocacy and things like that.
Absolutely.
Not Caden asks, the canon ending is the one where you rekindle, right?
Yeah, because there are sequels, right?
Not really. No, not really. What the canon is that the fire is rekindled, not that you are the one who does it. So like if you don't do it, the canon is that someone does it, and the implication in this game is that it's Solaire. Like unless you go down the path where Solaire hollows, the kind of implication here is that like Solaire is the one that does it, I think. Because he's the one that gets furthest, and he's the one that, like, if you do his quest right, can like help you fight Gwen at the end. So yeah.
Is your sound sign where it was on our second session, like right in front of the?
It's at the bottom of the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, right? If you go out of the bonfire near Darkroot and go into Darkroot Garden.
That bonfire. Okay.
Yeah. Wyvern asks. Oh, also, hey Ted, what's up? Wyvern also asks, can you become unhollow? Yeah. So like if you are, if the dev thing about like a player who quits becoming hollow is to be believed, which means that you can always like come back to the game and pick it up and then become unhollowed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that the player kind of has the ability, maybe outside of the canon, to become unhollowed, but there aren't any examples of another human who, once they become hollowed, they are more or less lost in these games. Everybody else does anyway. But you, as a person, as a player playing the game, you could quit the game for like several months and then come back and then pick the game up, and then you would technically not be hollow anymore.
Yep.
You could mechanically be hollow, but not necessarily be like canonically hollow, if that makes sense.
I am digging the Quelaag Fury Sword. I don't know how it'll do against bigger enemies, but against these small guys, it's very good. I'm looking for your summon sign. I don't see it at the moment.
Bottom of them stairs.
Oh, there it is. Ted says, get Cam on the topic of Epicureans and death being a good thing. You kind of already talked about that. Maybe Ted missed it. But maybe
yeah, I mean, I think he's kind of, I think, making a joke about like that philosophy school and people being like thinking that death kind of is good. But we will talk more about Epicureans and death being good whenever we go into the Tomb of the Giant. Gotta keep you guys coming back for something.
That's right. To be continued, this philosophical exploration of death.
For now, we will go kill a dog.
Well, that is also a bit of an exploration of death, is it not?
It is.
Oh, the
very
mortality
sad.
of all things.
I do not like
Even
fighting
cute
Sith.
dogs.
He had a lot of health.
He does.
Whoever says thanks, you are welcome. I don't know. A lot of this also is just kind of like up to interpretation, right? So like it's just kind of the things that I am talking about when I talk about this game are my interpretations based on a lot of other stuff that I have read and seen.
But it is also like such an art object. Like it begs to be interpreted, right? Because of how cryptic.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It wants that. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
it would be cool if you. It would suck, but also be interesting if you left the game and came back and your new character to rekindle a purpose, but your original character is hollowed, like killing Tamagotchi. Or Tamagotchi. I think that would be great. If like if there was like a time mode.
Dark Spirit Ray
wait, but let's just run for Sith. Where are you?
I am where I thought was the path, but I don't see you anymore, so maybe I'm not on the path.
Go back to like where the kitty cat is.
Where is the cat? Oh, I see you.
Okay, where are you?
Just lead me. Yeah, here I am.
Okay, this way.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Okay, the kitty cat's right there, but maybe not there.
Oh, I thought you meant the cats that you had the big roly cats.
Yeah, they're down here. The Jellicles.
The Jellicles. Oh gosh, we haven't talked about Cats 2019 on this stream yet. Cam wrote the Cemetery review for Cats 2019.
I did.
Not that it's relevant in any way other than there are also cats in this game, but I'm never going to pass up an opportunity to talk about that.
If you want to read about how Cats is basically the same movie as End of Evangelion, then you can go read that review that I wrote.
All right, let's do it.
Ted says, I would like the Nito Pact if it wasn't so uninteractive. I agree. I wish there was more going on with Gravelords.
So, yeah, somebody asked about the Roly Cats. We'll kill Roly Cats later, but we should talk about why we're killing this dog. Now that we've killed Ornstein and Smo, we've gotten warp power, we've exposed the lie of the elites, etc. Now we can kind of play the rest of the game in any order, but depending on the order you play it in, there's kind of like different narrative flavor to it. So we are going to kill a boss called the Four Kings next, and in order to kill the Four Kings, we need a ring that has been left here in this graveyard, guarded by this dog. And Cam, you could probably explain why the dog has the ring.
Dog has the ring. It's Artorias' ring. Basically, Artorias is the Phantom Ray returned home. Sad.
So sad. We'll miss you. Right?
So Artorias is the same as Ornstein in that he's like one of Gwen's main general guys. He was a knight from way, way back in the day. Like he's been dead for ages and ages and ages. Who was known for using a greatsword and was known for being able to move through this zone called the Abyss, which we'll talk more about the Abyss when we go to New Londo.
Next week, yeah.
But suffice it to say that we need to come get his ring, because his ring is the thing that let him move through the Abyss, and this doggy is guarding it because this doggy was saved by Artorias, and he is using Artorias' big old sword, and he's like just here defending it because he feels as if he owes... Yeah, I mean, it's basically the, like, Futurama dog thing, right? Like, this dog really liked this guy and is spending his days, like, guarding this one spot because he's a dog and dogs have this kind of innocent loyalty. And it's very sad to have to kill this animal.
Yeah, also, there's, like, a time travel thing later in the DLC, and the dog will help us.
Yes.
When the dog is younger and a puppy.
Little baby doggy. But, and isn't this great here, where you do this thing and now the dog just like limps around? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
That's probably for the best that we killed it too fast.
Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it, y'all. I think that's the end of this stream. We'll come back next week and use that ring to go down into the Abyss and kill our first, I don't know what you even call them. I was calling them the Four Lords, but you corrected me about that last week. So we're going to get what's called a Lord Soul next time.
We're going to go get one of the souls, yeah.
But for now...
Pour one out for the dog.
That's pretty much it. So thanks for being here, everybody. Have a good week. Bye.
See you next week.